Hey guys, welcome back to another video over here on the Chinese Zodiac and horoscopes. Today we're going to be doing a reading for you guys born in the year of the pig. So welcome back all my piggy pals. Let's get these shuffled up and let's see what kind of week you guys are having. Just going to move them around a little bit. And then pick three as always. Let's stop there. Let's take that one from the bottom, that one from the middle, that one from the top. What have we got? Okay, so we've got two blacks and a white. So not a great start, but as I've always said before, I'll say it again. Black isn't always an attack. White isn't always all right, but it does always fill you with a bit more confidence as we move over from this black doom and gloom, oh my goodness, everything's bad, to a better, higher perspective. Let's start off with the dragon. So see, that's not that bad. Dragons and boars, dragons and pigs, they got on relatively well. So that's actually not a bad card for pig people. There is stuff that you need to get done, and there are a few bridges that you wish hadn't have been burnt or are burning that you wish you could put out. But you know what? If a bridge is burning, it's burning. Sometimes you just have to let it burn. Yeah, you can sort out the ashes or rebuild a bridge later. Right now, if a bridge is burning, the best thing to do is just let it burn. But again, boars, pigs, dragons, they get on very well. They are quite good together. They are quite compatible. So it's not overly bad. It's just you've got stuff to work on, things to do, things that you need to address, things that you might be putting off, things that might be making you a bit agitated, frustrated. Maybe you're just overlooked, you're unappreciated, maybe somebody's taking advantage of you, maybe you feel manipulated, lied to, maybe you just feel let down or disappointed, but this is agitating you, maybe it's frustrating you, maybe it's, you know, making you feel like you're going to kick off at the next person that comes around the corner that brings this into your space. I mean, there's no serious conflicts between the dragon and the boar, but I feel you've got your heckles up. So if somebody says the wrong word to you, if somebody says, you know, I don't know, the wrong thing at the wrong time, it could light a powder keg, and then that's going to blow up. You're going to blow up. You could potentially snap. I think right now you just want to keep busy. You're looking for ways to keep busy, keeping, I suppose in some ways, your mind occupied so you don't have to think too much or you know, consider what is happening to you in real time and potentially be ignorant to it. I think right now, if you're going down that spiral, and there is a bit of a spiral going on, you are going to become a bit more self-indulgent. You are going to become a bit more reserved. You are going to become a bit more closed off to people. And I think you should embrace that in some ways, because you can't please everybody. And sometimes you do just need to take things, you know, I suppose for you, you need to do what you need to do. You need to concentrate on you. That's what you need to do. Do things that you want to do. And potentially, if the bridge is burning, I'd just let it burn. Oh, another doer card. So there are things to do, things to prep for, things to plan, or things that you haven't done. Potentially there's things here that you haven't done. And because you haven't done them, or, you know, you've neglected to prepare for something, this is why things are starting to feel a little bit, I don't know, out of place. Potentially you're the one that's done something, or somebody's done something to you. But again, with the rat and the boar, happy, workable, it's not incompatible. So these two black cards, although negative, they aren't bad cards for you. It's just you aren't taking care of yourself. You're not looking out for yourself. You're not doing stuff that is for you. It's not, you're not prioritizing. You're not delegating. You're not getting stuff done. It's like you're shuffling paperwork and you're moving from one desk to another, or you're standing up and walking to the photocopy machine and then coming back, and you're not doing anything. You're procrastinating. You're wasting time in doing this. Okay, it could be a sign of self-preservation, but it's not getting you anywhere. It's not productive. It's not progressive. Stop pretending to work. Stop pretending to get, you know, into a better place. Stop pretending to be positive. Stop pretending to be, you know, like everything's okay and everything's all right. If it's not all right, it's not all right, and that's okay too. And that's why sometimes you need to burn a little steam. Sometimes you've got to retreat in and make a plan. Make up a new plan, a plan B, a plan C, plan D, E, F, G. And sometimes it takes all the plans all the way through to Z for you to come back around full circle and realise that it was plan J that was the one that was actually more successful. And that's okay, because it's called trial and error. It's called experience. It's called gaining wisdom. So you can focus on all the negatives of the things that are going on around you, or you could better the position that you're in. And if you've done something you regret, or you've done something that, you know, burnt a bridge that you wish wasn't actually lit anymore, then potentially let it burn out. See if you can salvage anything from the wreckage. Not all is lost. And we are moving over into this positive one as well. So we're not leaving this behind, because these are things that you need to work on for you. You need to look at where you are at and think, actually, yeah, I effed up there. I can fix that. You know, I can put this back. If you can't, don't dwell on it. Don't dwell on it, because that's just going to pull you into a place of stagnation. We've got a positive dog here coming in now as a protective card, as that protective, looking out for you kind of card. And again, the boar and the dog, relatively compatible, so that's quite good. There's no serious clashes with those two signs, you and the dog personalities, or the dog signs, or the dog card. You're quite okay to, you know, get along and whatnot. I think right now you're just agreeing to disagree. I think right now, to some certain extent, what you're doing is you're dabbling in something and you're not actually committing to it. It's a lack of commitment here, I think, that's kind of potentially throwing you off the trail, off the tracks, or, you know, taking you aback a bit. Right now, it's easy to be critical. But while you're pointing that finger outwards, my lovely piggy friends, you're pointing 3 fingers right back at you. So maybe the problem is closer to home, but you're going to get on defensive. You're going to be in sort of like a protective place, because you don't want to hear that you are the problem. And I'm not saying you are. Maybe it takes 2 to tango. Maybe it's just a coincidence, or just the consequences of something out of your control. Maybe it's something that, you know, isn't even affecting you at all, but you are the witness of it. And that is also bringing you down or making you feel a bit uncomfortable. And that's why you're in this protected space. You're looking out for yourself in some ways. Because that is the moral of this, is to start looking out for you. And I feel you're going to start to do this as you move over into this protective card. And as I said, that's okay. You have to prioritize. You need to look at where your loyalties lie. And sometimes that's emotional. Sometimes that's heavy. Sometimes you can be unwilling to adjust or move, or to embrace that change. And you embrace change, or you instigate changes very slowly. But that change will get done. And we will see a shift as we move through this. Your dragon and rat cards here are basically get everything in order, and make sure that you are paying attention to what you're bringing to the table, even if what you're bringing to the table is something defensive, or I suppose in some ways aggressive. People will retaliate to that, and they're going to retaliate to that, and potentially that's why we've ended up here, and this is why now you're in this defensive space. But I think you are a very humble person, and I think that you are considerate and, you know, caring. And I think with your thick skin, give it a week, and we'll see how things are next week. And we'll see some improvement, I'm sure. I will be back tomorrow with a reading for all you guys born in the year of the rat. So if you know any rats, or you are a rat just watching this, then I'll see you tomorrow. But if not, I'll see you next week when I do another reading for the pig people. Thanks, guys. Love and peace.